Could the unconventional intervention of a former president, known for his penchant for stirring the pot, finally unlock the secrets of one of America's most enduring and heartbreaking cold cases? Nearly 3 decades after the brutal murder of 6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey, her father, John Ramsey, is making a desperate and direct appeal to Donald Trump, urging him to leverage his influence to compel Colorado authorities to embrace cutting-edge DNA technology that Ramsey believes is the definitive path to justice. From the bustling floor of CrimeCon in Denver, John Ramsey, a man whose life was irrevocably shattered on Christmas night in 1996, voiced his profound frustration with the glacial pace of the investigation. He isn't just seeking assistance, he's demanding a catalyst. "I need to get Donald Trump in there," Ramsey told Fox News Digital during a recent interview. "He'll stir things up one way or another, but somehow we've got to get them to do it." His plea underscores a deep-seated belief that only an external, powerful force can break through what he perceives as a bureaucratic stalemate. Ramsey even drew a stark comparison, referencing Trump's past public commentary on the brief rebranding of a restaurant chain. "If he gets involved with Cracker Barrel," Ramsey remarked, "this is a much bigger issue than Cracker Barrel. Help us." So that's the bottom line. The White House, when approached for comment on Ramsey's extraordinary request, deferred to the Department of Justice, a response that offers little immediate indication of whether Trump intends to heed the call. Yet, the former president has a documented history of wading into criminal cases, often with significant public fanfare. In July, he weighed in on a plea deal for Bryan Kohberger, accused of murdering 4 Idaho University students in 2022, writing on Truth Social, "These are brutal murders, with so many unanswered questions. Before sentencing, I hope the judge at least asks Kohberger to explain why he committed these horrific murders." Back in 2019, Trump famously intervened to secure the release of New York rapper A$AP Rocky, who had been charged with assault in Sweden. This pattern of high-profile involvement fuels Ramsey's hope that his daughter's cold case could become another cause célèbre for the former commander-in-chief. At the heart of Ramsey's fervent appeal is his unwavering conviction that investigative genetic genealogy holds the key to finally identifying JonBenet's killer. This sophisticated technology, which compares unknown DNA samples from crime scenes against public genealogical databases, has been instrumental in solving a growing number of high-profile cold cases, most notably leading to the identification of the Golden State Killer. Ramsey views it as the gold standard for modern investigative work. He has even offered to personally raise funds to cover the costs of implementing IgG in JonBenet's case, a testament to his profound belief in its potential. "I told the district attorney that money should not be an impediment here," Ramsey stated, emphasizing that financial constraints should not block the pursuit of justice. Despite his tireless advocacy, Ramsey admits he remains uncertain whether Boulder authorities are fully prepared to embrace IgG. "I don't know if they're going to do it. I know they listen, but I don't know where they are mentally in terms of actually doing it," he confessed, a sentiment tinged with both hope and lingering frustration. "To me, it's a no-brainer, but I don't know how to make it happen," he added. "All I can do is ask." Ramsey's journey has been one marked by an almost 3-decade-long battle against what he has frequently characterized as official inertia and missteps. He has long been a vocal critic of the Boulder Police Department's initial handling of the 1996 murder investigation, attributing early failures to arrogance, pride, ego, and a perceived lack of experience at the time his daughter was killed. He describes a systemic flaw in the American legal landscape where 18,000 police jurisdictions operate as little islands of jurisdiction. If the police chief of that island doesn't want to help, nobody helps. They have to be invited in. That's primitive, in my opinion, he argued, underscoring the fragmented nature of law enforcement that, he believes, can stifle progress in complex cases. However, amidst his long-standing criticisms, Ramsey expressed a guarded optimism following recent engagements with the department's new leadership. He indicated a belief that the police force is now on the right track and that significant progress is being made. This shift in tone suggests that while he sees potential for positive movement, he still believes a powerful external push, such as that from a former president, might be necessary to fully implement the investigative strategies he deems essential. Beyond his direct plea to Trump and his advocacy for IGG, Ramsey has been actively pursuing legislative avenues to ensure that other families of murder victims do not face the same protracted struggles for answers. At CrimeCon in Denver, he announced a petition urging Colorado lawmakers to align state law with the federal Murdered Victims' Families' Rights Act. This act grants victims' families the right to demand reviews of unsolved cases handled by federal investigations, a critical mechanism for ensuring accountability and continued efforts. This initiative follows a previous petition he launched at an earlier CrimeCon in Las Vegas, which called on Colorado Governor Jared Polis to authorize an independent agency rather than the Boulder Police Department to conduct modern DNA testing in JonBenet's case. These dual efforts reflect Ramsey's multi-pronged approach to overcoming what he views as systemic barriers to justice. The tragic details of JonBenet Ramsey's murder remain etched in the collective memory of the nation. On December 26, 1996, Patsy Ramsey, JonBenet's mother, reported her daughter missing after discovering a ransom note demanding $118,000. Hours later, John Ramsey found JonBenet's body in the basement of their Boulder home. The autopsy revealed the horrifying truth. JonBenet had died from strangulation and a severe blow to the head. The ensuing investigation quickly became one of the most scrutinized and sensationalized cold cases in history, marked by shifting theories, public suspicion, and a relentless media spotlight that only intensified the family's grief and the community's bewilderment. For its part, the Boulder Police Department has consistently maintained its commitment to solving the case, even as it has evolved through various leadership changes and technological advancements. The department has previously stated that investigators assigned to the case have diligently pursued leads, tracking more than 21,016 tips, communications, and emails. Their efforts have extended across 19 states, where over 1,000 individuals have been interviewed or contacted. These statistics underscore the vast scale of the investigation, yet for John Ramsey and the public, they highlight the frustrating reality that, despite such extensive efforts, the ultimate question of who remains agonizingly unanswered. As the years turn into decades, the shadow of JonBenet Ramsey's unsolved murder continues to loom large. John Ramsey's unyielding quest for answers, now manifesting in a direct appeal to one of the most recognizable figures in American politics, underscores the profound and enduring pain of a father who simply wants justice for his child. Whether Donald Trump will indeed step into this long-dormant battle, and whether his intervention could finally usher in a new era of progress through genetic genealogy, remains an open question, one that holds the desperate hope of a family and the curiosity of a nation.